From the Driscoll Arena in Fall River, Massachusetts, we welcome you to tonight's coverage of Somerset Berkeley Hockey on Blue Raider Studios. It's the first round of the Prenda Cup tournament as the Somerset Berkeley Raiders take on the Mount Hope Huskies. Hello, everyone. Alongside the former Raider, JJ Sylvia, I'm Keegan Hamblett. JJ, this tournament's been around for a long time, over 20 years. It's a tradition with all of these teams who are playing.
Oh, 100% Keegan. This is something that kind of makes Fall River, Massachusetts one of the centers of the hockey world for a short period of time. And despite the fact that the crowd's a little smaller than I'm used to seeing when I was in school, there's still a big turnout, which is always something that is keeping the tradition going year after year. And tonight the Raiders trying to continue a dominance that has brought them to the top of this cup tournament on so many occasions over the past 20 or so years.
Somerset Berkeley, the heavy favorites. What does Mount Hope have to do just to keep this game relatively close?
Mount Hope is a team that last year had their struggles, and there's a lot of things to build upon for head coach DiBiase, but you can't start if you don't play that first game.
First line out there for the Raiders, Sullivan, Rothwell, and Pimentel out there. We are underway. It's the Raiders in white with the blue strips. It is Mount Hope in black with the purple and white strips, and that's the first save of the game for Brandon Silva. JJ, let us know our starting goaltenders.
So Brandon Silva in net tonight for your Raiders. Once again, this kid is unstoppable. 1.69 goals against average and a 13-4-2 record last season. And he is just one of those gems that comes out of this area, Keegan, that you rarely see. And it's great to have for a coach like Kevin Snyder looking to sustain success that he's had for so long.
And Rothwell's shot was saved by the goaltender, Caden Carney. His first save of the game. It's going to go around behind Pimentel to Costa at the line. Nearly tipped in by Davis Sullivan. He'll get it around on the left side. Sullivan has Rothwell open. Mount Hope will take over past the red line. They will go into the zone. Costa will send it clear. Jackson Harney, Davis Sullivan coming over to him. One if they hurry. Davis Sullivan in alone. Puts it wide. Rothwell the follow-up. It's not there. Puck's still loose and it's taken in the back.
And to talk a little bit about the goaltender that just kept those last few shots out in net tonight for the Mount Hope Huskies, it's Caden Carney. And Carney is this year in 11th grade. And look at that. And
that's Rothwell to Kean Stafford. His first career Somerset Berkeley goal, the transfer from Houston, Texas, putting the Raiders up 1 minute and 20 seconds in.
And Keegan, as an alumni, I always try to stay involved in the buzz around the team, and I heard a lot about Stafford. The kid from Texas, everybody always says, the kid from Texas, he's going to be something special. Somerset Berkeley Regional High School is no stranger to having transfers from other parts of the country, other parts of the world, be high-value contributors to their hockey program. And I guess Kean Stafford is just another example.
Yeah, he played for the 16U AA side, the Houston Wild. Made the transfer earlier this summer to Somerset. As the referees are taking a look, the goalie on the Mount Hope side. We get a little stop to play. We get a good crowd here. A little smaller than what we've seen in previous tournaments for the first round, but still good turnout nonetheless.
Oh, 100%. And something that I always valued as a player when I played in those Prenda Cup tournament games is just how involved the crowd was. It was almost like they were on top of you at most times when you were on the ice, and it made it intimidating for the other teams, especially when Somerset Berkeley, while I played, was packing the stands, and you had a good couple hundred Somerset Berkeley Raider students screaming and yelling in your face. That's exactly the last thing any opposing player wants when you're playing Somerset Berkeley.
And that can go for any team, because we've seen earlier in the offseason, Diamond and Durfee, they're now co-op this year, so now you get the fans from both schools into the stands when they take on Apponequet later tonight.
And that should be a great game, too. Every semifinal, every single year, is always a grudge match either way. Whether the score is lopsided or not, there's physicality involved, there's mental toughness being shown off, and versatility among these teams. Because these players, a lot of them played with each other growing up on whether it was travel teams or house leagues, whatever it might be. They know a lot of their opponents pretty well, so that's where the physicality comes in, because the skill just isn't going to work.
This is DeRocha on the puck. It's stripped up, nothing called. Stafford behind the net. It's going to be taken over by Owen McDermott. Here come the Huskies the other way. McDermott will send it in behind Silva's net. Nolan Battelle will take over on the right side. And Marcos will regather towards the left. Stafford to DeRocha. over the red line into the zone. DeRocher coming in, lost it between the skates. DeRocher looking, will go to Stafford. It's not there. Picked up by Oliver Brown behind. Stafford again, had Botello in the area. It'll go to Marcos on the left side. Marcos a shot, gets deflected, goes behind. Open net for DeRocher. And it's another goal for the Raiders, 2-0.
And right now, Somerset Berkeley looking like they are going to dictate the pace of play in this game. Obviously, their offensive zone setup is a tried and true tradition for Kevin Snyder and his staff, including Manny Silva, who's behind the bench for the Raiders tonight as the head coach. But this team has been well prepared. This last few weeks of practice has been all about Kevin Snyder taking them back to the fundamentals. And right now, it's showing success with 2 goals in the first 3 minutes.
And you can tell Somerset Berkeley, they're just trying to be calm, get the lead right away, not too heavy of a celebration, not too much noise from the crowd. Pimenta looping it forward, and it'll be gloved by Caden Carney.
And a good save there by Carney to kind of redeem himself. Obviously, there's going to be some emotions going through his mind right now. 2 early goals let up. But the best thing a starting goaltender can do is try to build himself back up, and saves like that is how you get it started. And another right there, it looked like.
Yeah, it was Pimenta on the chance there. Chris Rio will take it back. Nate Mello, who had 8 goals his freshman year, gets it out to Mason Sullivan at the line. Sullivan back to Mello. Mello holding on. Rio coming in to help defensively. Sullivan, the only captain on this Raider team this year. They had 2 last year with Max Aguirre and Carter Stevens. A little change up this year, though. Go to Sullivan. Trying to feed it into the middle. A backhand by Nate Mello has stopped the rebound. Puck is still loose in the area. And I believe Caden Carney is under that one. We get a little scrum after the whistle.
Yeah, some extracurriculars once again, Keegan. Something that I was talking about earlier, the physicality. You're going to see it all night long. But I do like that bounce-back effort on that last stretch of about 45 seconds by Caden Carney. It seems he's starting to get himself into a rhythm, and that could be of benefit for the Huskies.
And that's what you want to do as a goaltender. After you start off not too well, you just want to find your groove and just stay calm the rest of the way. Raiders still holding it into the zone. There's Lucas Machado out there. Botello holds it at the line, hit it. Here's a chance for the Huskies the other way, potentially. Aiden Marcos will regather. Marcos, a little bit of a struggle so far. He's the tallest guy out there at 6'2". On the team for 2 years, going into his 3rd. No goals yet, though. But the time will be coming.
And Costa's just another example of one of those players among like Aiden Marcos and other big, stocky defenders that we see a lot with these Kevin Snyder teams. We saw it with Alex LePage. We saw it with Josh Salima as well. And now the trend continues.
There's Owen McDermott with the shot. It got blocked down by Botello. He'll get it out to the right side to Carter Sylvia. Your cousin is now on this team. Here's Kean Stafford walking in. A shot got blocked, didn't get all the way through. Preston couldn't get on the puck. Raiders will do a defensive line change. Go by Marcos. Silva will let it go for Mason Sullivan. Mason Sullivan, another player who's going to be a big future asset. He had 5 goals last year as a freshman defender.
And anytime you can get that type of contribution out of your back line, it's always a plus. And going back to the point I was making earlier about those big, stocky defenders, when I talked about LePage and Josh Salima, they were getting in on the scoring action too, whether it was assisting or putting the puck in the back of the net themselves. And if you have defenders like that on a hockey team, that expands what you can do on your power play, shorthanded as well as even strength.
This is Logan Rose at the line now. A shot gets blocked down. DeRocher had the chance at it. He will send it behind, trying to get McKenna. Stafford will take over, trying to walk in. It will be cleared away by Jackson Hardy. Rose trying to hold it in. The battle, 2 players on each side. Quinn Frawley was in there too. Mason Sullivan will win the race back to the puck. Now Hope keeps it in. Quinn Frawley behind the net. Trying to get to the captain, Jackson Harney. Here comes DeRocher. This is a potential 3-on-2 if they hurry. Sullivan slows down. DeRocher trying to walk in. Lucas Rotberg comes in. A heavy hit. Penalty coming. And Somerset Berkeley will end up short-handed.
This is something that Somerset Berkeley, I'm sure, wanted to avoid coming into this game. It's something that has plagued them on numerous occasions over the past 6 to 8 years in this exact Prenda Cup tournament. Some of those penalties, when they start to add up, it starts to really be detrimental to your overall goal of winning the hockey game.
It's going to be Liam DeRocher going into the box. We talked a little about the defensive side. Somerset Berkeley lost a lot of players on defense. You had Ashton Branco and Carter Stevens who left, they graduated. And you had Dylan Messier, who was about to be a junior this year, leave to go to the Northeast Generals program out in Attleboro.
And that Northeast General organization, they have been pumping out Division III, Division II, Division I hockey players at the college level, and a great program that's getting another great player.
This is Oliver Brown backhanding it through to Riley Grant. And now it's backhanded towards the front. That was Jackson Harney. Harney looking for something out in front. Nate Mello will take over. Has Davis Sullivan who wants to go to him. But we'll just send it down and Owen McDermott will take over.
I actually like Nate Mello as a player, Keegan. He reminds me a lot of Evan Afonso, somebody that actually wore his number in the past. When I came to a game recently, it almost seemed like they were very similar players, their skating motion and all of that. But obviously, I see a lot from Mello that makes him unique. His ferocity, the hustle, which is what we're seeing right here.
And there's a chance, Davis Sullivan in! It's off the post and it's in! Davis Sullivan on the scoreboard, had a hat trick in the scrimmage game against Taunton the other day. He's got his first goal tonight. It's 3-0 Raiders. It's a shorthanded goal.
A multi-sport athlete, Davis Sullivan, shining on the ice once again. He's one of those guys that was another product, as we talked about in pregame, of that Snyder and Manny Silva system of developing players from when they're young until they get to their elder years at the high school level, and he has just blossomed.
There's Jack Rothwell in a battle with Groteberg. Huskies will take it back with 50 seconds to go on their power play. It's not going the way they want it to right now. Rothwell with more pressure. Marcos will get it to Rothwell. Rothwell got blocked down by Groteberg. And here come the Huskies the other way. Potential 3-on-2. Missed the pass for the captain, Harney. And Mason Sullivan will get it clear again, and Groteberg will take over.
And Keegan, you were talking about Rothwell, a very big hockey family. His sister, Lauren, also a state champion with the Somerset Berkeley field hockey team.
Absolutely, she's doing great stuff now with Bryant University as well for the field hockey program. Pass to Rothwell was not there. He will backhand it around, and here's another chance for the Raiders. Stafford in! And it goes behind the net.
Almost a beautiful individual effort there. Inches away for Stafford.
Jacob D'Almeida trying to leave it for Harney. It's not there. Marcos trying to get it to Rothwell. And Marcos will reset as DeRocher is out of the box. Marcos had a little trouble trying to get it to Mason Sullivan. He was able to. Here's Stafford to Rothwell again. Rothwell by one, trying to backhand it by the second guy, not there. Here's Harney now, Mason Sullivan. Good pressure. Here's D'Almeida, Matt Costa. The alternate captain will take over. Costa, a good move by one. Again by two. A little ankle breaker. I'm not sure if that was the plan or not. Here comes Rothwell again. Rothwell a shot, and it's a goal. Jack Rothwell, 4-0.
And Rothwell right there saw that there were a lot of bodies stacked between him and goaltender Caden Carney. So he took that low shot, knowing that there was a potential tip on the way from one of the defenders screening, and it's an easy 3-0 lead for Somerset Berkeley. Still 7 minutes left in the first.
Jack Rothwell had 6 goals last year, is part of the first line this year and was last year. A little bit of a disappointment, but still produced nonetheless. Here come the Huskies. The shot got blocked down by Matt Costa. It's Lucas Savory on the shot. Carter Sylvia to Aaron Preston, the fourth line out there now. Preston trying to get around on that right side. Be taken over by Chris Reel.
And Carter, he's one of those players that I hope gets to really benefit from the great coaching that he's going to have with this Somerset Berkeley program. He's quick, he has a very sneaky good shot with accuracy, and as his years progress here in this program, I believe that there will only be more to come from number 20.
Logan Rose to Carter Sylvia. Sylvia along on that fourth line with Preston and Machado. Costa can't hold it in, it's gonna go all the way down, no icing. Silva will leave it for Costa. Sylvia to Preston into the zone. Preston, a shot gets blocked down. Preston's still looking. Sylvia gets it across to Rose, who holds it in. Rose, nobody there. Preston again. That's Machado if he wants to go to it. Logan Rose can't hold it in. Silva will stick it aside again.
That's got to be frustrating for Somerset Berkeley.
A little dangerous collision with Silva and Rose, but a break could be on as Mount Hope was taking a line change instead. Costa will dump it down and the Raiders will make a change on their own.
Somerset, despite only having 3 on the board, it could easily be more. The offensive effort has been 110% thus far.
Costa to Sullivan. Sullivan walking in, past Brown, leave it to Rothwell, a shot, good save there. It's the 5th save of the game for Caden Carney.
Yeah, Carney sticking the blocker out there, staying calm and collected in his crease, and I've seen a lot of improvement from the kid over the past few minutes.
It's Ben Brown, the freshman, dumping it in. Nolan Botello will take over. Botello had a little bit of an interesting year last year when Max Aguiar and Ashton Branco both got hurt. He stepped in to fill in on that 3rd line with Liam DeRocher and graduate Nate Cadero.
And Kevin Snyder knows this. When he has a strong 3 lines, he can go anywhere. And that's exactly what a player like him brings to the table.
This is going to be icing against the Raiders. They'll come back into the other zone. Fans still showing up here. We also got another game coming up right after this. The winner of this game will take on the winner of Apponequet and the newly converted Diamond/Durfee. That game will be at 7 p.m. The championship game will be Saturday right here, also at 7 o'clock.
I can just envision, Keegan, since they combined Diamond and Durfee, why not turn it into Fall River? Brand new jerseys, maybe
There you
get
go.
a new mascot. That would be interesting.
You get somewhat similar colors, red and orange.
Yeah, you can combine that together. It's not the most off-putting color combination, so you could definitely find something there.
Nolan Botello pass a little too far for Nate Mello. It's going to be another icing.
The game's starting to slow down a little bit more. Both teams starting to have a pretty strong feel for one another. And when that situation arises, it's now time to see who wants it more. And when we talked earlier about physicality, I mentioned it twice, it's going to get more important in these last 4.5 minutes.
Rocha and a tie-up at the face-off. Marcos taking it back behind the net. Has McKenna open. That's where it'll go. There's McKenna. Good burst of steam moving on to the right side. McKenna wanted to take it himself. Now he's going to make Chris Reel in the back. There's Nate Mello as DeRocher open in the middle. Instead goes to McKenna behind. It'll pass a little too far. Marcos not able to hold it in.
And Keegan, I like the speed and stick handling ability from Cam McKenna, only in 9th grade. Really impressive.
Absolutely. Another player that was a lot of buzz going around the high school about this player. He could be a really good asset in the next few years.
Once again, the big defenders on the back end holding down the fort.
It's McDermott and the tie-up. DeRocher able to get it away. DeRocher to Nate Mello over the line. Nate Mello holding it, gets by 1. Nate Mello still going forward. We'll keep it around behind the net. Mello to Rose. Rose wristing it towards the net, tipped in!
That right there, Keegan, is a textbook example of something that Kevin Snyder and his staff work hard on in practice with these boys every single day. You get it up top, and you have somebody crossing over for the screen. It confuses the goaltender and leads to easy rebounds and easy goals.
And that tip-in was by Liam DeRocher. He's got 2 on the night now. He only had 1 last year. He's already doubled his total in just 1 game. Here come the Huskies the other way.
And that's one of the great things about Prenda, Keegan, is some of those players that may not
Now hold on, here's the
so
turnover. Mount Hope
prevalent.
in, saved by Silva, rebound, and the net is off the line. The referee will blow the whistle.
And Keegan, to continue what I was saying after a bit of a scare there for Silva, it's always good to have those types of opportunities where you can practice what you've used in a practice setting in a game. And they actually pulled it off too, which is one of those things that I'm sure puts a smile on the face of the coaching staff.
There's the 2 captains on the face-off. Hold on, here we go, 2-on-1. Pimentel to Rothwell. He scores! Rothwell's got another one.
And right now, Somerset Berkeley piling it on, flexing their muscle in what has been a tournament that they have had endless success in over the years.
And this is exactly the start that the Raiders coaching staff wanted. Even with the fill-in coach, we said Manny Silva filling in for Kevin Snyder today. This is exactly the start that they wanted.
And Keegan, I do have to say, I wanted to give you a history lesson if you didn't already know. The Prenda Cup, named after head coach Joe Prenda, who back in the day was the coach for a long time for Somerset Berkeley, coached some of the best players that this program has ever seen. And he is one of those guys that will long be remembered.
A dangerous scare for the Raiders again, as that one did not get all the way through. Marcos tipped it before it got to Silva. And he'll regather on the pass from Sylvia. Marcos to Preston, the fourth line out there. Preston on the left, gets it to Sylvia over the line. Sylvia by one, coming in. Can't get it to go. The follow-up by Preston is not there. Marcos on the left side, shooting it. Gets deflected, hits the netting, and it's out of play.
Oh, Keegan, you have no idea how much I was rooting for a goal there for Carter. Right down the middle. Everything we taught him growing up almost came true right there. I'm sure he'll get another opportunity the way he's playing right now.
And that's where that potential we could see from Carter Sylvia in the next few years if he decides to keep playing here. Rocher and Harding on the face-off. Huskies just trying to get it out of the zone right now, trying to get really just a good chance on net. They've had a couple chances, but nothing too dangerous for Silva to handle. There's Mason Sullivan. They leave it behind to Nolan Botello. Botello missed it. Here could be a chance for the Huskies that got blocked down by Liam DeRocher.
Final 2 minutes is where you got to make sure you don't get sloppy.
Here come the Huskies, a chance right in front. Never got all the way through. Good collision with Mason Sullivan and Jacob D'Almeida.
And just as I say that, Keegan, a near opportunity for that first tally for the Huskies.
Lucas Grotberg, Stafford in again, has Mello. Stafford shooting, he scores! Kean Stafford, 2 goals to his name. Now the third Raider with 2 goals, it's 7-0.
It's a group effort right now. Multiple scorers with 2. That is something that you love to see. And what I noticed about those separate scorers, each having 2 goals, is that they come on different lines as well, which is something that when you are playing in a state like Massachusetts where hockey is so competitive at all levels, you need to have flexibility in your lines, and you need to have almost an even set of lines in order to balance out the talent and make sure you're throwing your best at the opponent at all times.
Now I talked with Coach Brian Horta before this game a few days ago. He said the biggest part of this team right now is the depth, and that everybody at any line has a skill position to play anywhere on any line at any school.
And that's exactly the kind of mentality that this SB coaching staff has pushed over the years. It's something that when I was there it was prevalent, and still to this day I'm sure it remains, and it gives a lot of these kids the opportunity to play hero for their hometown.
We get a whistle called for an offside. Brandon Silva in net. Only had to make 3 saves so far. JJ, this is the big question. Is Brandon Silva, along with Sam Bastis at DRS and Asher Machado at Dartmouth, is he the best goalie in the SEC?
I'm not sure you're asking the right question, Keegan. Is he the best goalie in southeastern Massachusetts should be the question. Is he the best goalie in the state of Massachusetts should be the question. Brandon Silva, as I said, raw talent, versatility, quick side-to-side movements, good with the glove, strong with his blocker. He puts in work in the gym. He's everything you want out of a starting goaltender, top to bottom.
This is Chris Real behind Pimento, getting a little challenge in there. Pimento, a good hit on the side, goes in there. Logan Rose at the line. Ed Sullivan instead goes to Pimento. Pimento trying to center it, it's not there. Sullivan can't hold it in. 10 seconds to go in the first. Delayed offside call as well. Not going back to the line. 2 seconds to go. Ryan Janseth with the last touch on the puck. And that concludes this amazing first period. 7-0 Raiders, your score after 15 minutes. We'll get the ice melted down. We'll be back for the second period in just a few minutes. We are back for the start of the second period here at Driscoll Arena in Fall River, Massachusetts. The opening round of the 2022 Prenda Cup. It's Somerset Berkeley currently leading 7-0 on goals. 2 from Kean Stafford, 2 from Liam DeRocher, 2 from Jack Rothwell, 1 from the captain Davis Sullivan. Keegan Hambla alongside Jeff Lapriori on camera under the direction of Tara Peckham. We had JJ Sylvia broadcasting with us for the first period. We do want to thank him. Former Raider joining in on the action, who will also be here on Saturday with what we presume will be Somerset Berkeley if it stands right now against the winner of the next game coming up in just a little bit. The Apponequet, the newly co-op Diamond Durfee team. Should be a great matchup in that championship game nonetheless. This is Matt Costa taking the puck. We'll go over the line to Davis Sullivan, who will send it around behind. Oliver Brown able to win the race to the puck against Nate Mello. Davis Sullivan, good hustle after the puck, unable to corral it. Pimentel does corral it. He'll loop it forward behind again. Nate Mello will reach it this time. He can't handle it. Ben Brown going the other way for the Huskies. Shots on goal in that first period. Somerset Berkeley 13 and Mount Hope 3 as Somerset Berkeley makes a goaltender change as that puck goes out of play. Now it's Madden Huck in goal, who had 1 win, 0 losses last year with a 2.4 goals against average. Very solid backup goaltender to have if you're the Raiders. Caden Carney still in net for the Mount Hope side. Carney, one of the juniors at Mount Hope. They're also involved with another co-op school, co-op with East Providence. Here comes DeRocher over the line, who's got 2 already. DeRocher gonna send it forward. Ryan Jansen will take over. Cam McKenna trying to hold it in. DeRocher will take it. Jansen gets it back again. See momentum starting to slow down a little bit on both sides. And there's Kean Stafford with it. Stafford to Marcos at the line. Marcos will send it around behind. Try to feed it into the middle. Jansen will take over. Jansen's trying to get the pass. It wasn't there. And Marcos able to reach him. Marcos, a nice move by one. Marcos trying to get it into the middle as Botello took a stumble. Jansen has been out there for a while now. Botello able to hold it in. Botello to McKenna, the freshman. Jansen will regather it on the left side. Goes by DeRocher. And a good hit there. DeRocher sends Groteberg flying to the ground. McDermott will send it all the way down. No icing, says the referee. Will be on goal. Will be a first official save from Madden Huck of the night. Silva, not much action. Only 3 shots he faced. He saved all 3. Here come the Raiders again. Stafford will send it in deep. Oliver Brown. Stafford, good hit on the side. Frawley. Machado in there as well. Machado, a good hit. And a penalty coming up against Somerset Berkeley. It'll probably be Machado going to the box. Mason Sullivan will get the touch. Instead, it's going to be Kean Stafford going to the box. Him and Machado were both in there. But the referee points to Stafford. Stafford has 2 goals so far in his first game with the Raiders. The transfer coming in from Texas, played for the 16U AA side, the Houston Wild. And we have the 2 captains on the faceoff, Jackson Harney, Davis Sullivan. Huskies win it. The Raiders clear it down. Oliver Brown, the senior. Rockwell in there as well. Oliver Brown going on that right side. Oliver Brown over the red line into the zone. Oliver Brown can't get by the 3rd guy. Pass cut off by Rothwell. Bounced right in front. But Sullivan able to get it. And Davis Sullivan will tap it forward. They'll go on net. Another save for Caden Carney. So there's a little bit of a sarcastic cheer coming down from the fans right in front. It's Oliver Brown. Tried to get by Davis Sullivan, wasn't there. Rothwell will take it. We'll send it back down again. The minute 17 to go on the power play. Here's Reel. Trying to loop it forward for Keegan Grant, not there. He's sent down by Logan Rose. Logan Rose had the 1 goal his freshman year, but it was an own goal. So either way you want to put it, realistically, he has 1 goal to his name, and no goals in general. A good save by Madden Huck. The rebound still is. It's behind the net. Pass comes out right in front, not there. Keegan Grant at the line. It's not there. Go around behind. Mason Sullivan on the puck. Sullivan going to tie up with Grant. Harney's in there as well. Ben Brown, the freshman, trying to get a step up, and Davis Sullivan will get it clear with half a minute to go on this Husky power play. It's now the second save of the game for Madden Huck. Sullivan tried to tip it up. Matt Costa will get it. Take the slap shot down 200 feet. Here's Grant. To the side, took a little stumble. Chris Reel over the middle. Costa will get it. We'll send it down again. Now we'll end the power play for the Huskies. It's Chris Reel. One of the two captains on the Husky side, along with Jackson Harney. Matt Costa to Cam McKenna. McKenna unable to hold it. A little stumble there from Jacob D'Almeida. Nothing was called. And here could be a 2-on-2 for the Raiders going the other way. Preston will just send it around behind. This is DeRocher. DeRocher with Reel on him. DeRocher, as Battelle at the line, instead goes down low to McKenna. McKenna holding the puck. Tried to get it to Preston, it wasn't there. The fourth line out there for the Raiders. D'Almeida the other way. And it's taken over by Nolan Botello. Botello couldn't find anybody. Goldberg will send it down. Yeah, Machado couldn't hold it in on that left side. No icing. Costa in the back for the Raiders, under 9 to go in the second period. And a takeover, a chance for the Huskies right in front. Score! The shutout is gone. It's 7-1. And that is Lucas Savory on the goal. Savory, the junior for the Huskies. Ends the shutout bid, but they're still down by 6. There's the add to the scoreboard. Right now it says 6-1, but the score is 7-1. A little mess up maybe. And one of the goals just wasn't counted and added on. Here's Carter Sylvia, the freshman. Sylvia would move to hold it. Is at the line now. Mason Sullivan, a little stumble from Preston, nothing called. Machado gets it to the line to Rose. Rose to Machado off his skate. Machado backhanding it into the middle. It's not there. Savory, the goal scorer, takes over. We'll just send it around behind. You know, we think at some point today we were going to see Madden Huck if the score did go up. Indeed, we are seeing him right now. They had 2 saves on 3 shots. A little tie up in the middle. Sylvia, Sullivan, open man, Preston in front, just wide. It's Mason Sullivan again to nobody in particular. Keegan Grant, the closest Husky to it, he'll gather it. It's going to go all the way down for an icing. The face-off will be towards us in the Mount Hope end. Most of the fans that showed up still here. We still got more piling in for the other first round game coming up right after this one. Durfee Diamond taking on Apponequet. Should be another good one. The winner of that game will take on, again, if it stands, Somerset Berkeley in the 2022 Prenda Cup Championship game. Somerset Berkeley has been to the last 6 Prenda Cup finals. They've won 4 of those last 6. The only losses they had were the 2017-18 season and the 2018-19 season. Both of those were against the Apponequet Lakers. A feed right in front to Sullivan, and a good stop there by Caden Carney, his 8th save of the night. Again, the coaches for both sides, for the Mount Hope side, Joseph DeBias. And for the Somerset Berkeley side, it's Manny Silva, the long tenured coach, taking over for Kevin Snyder, who is unavailable tonight. 2 captains again on the face-off. Harney wins it. Sullivan trying to get in there. Good stick pressure. He does win it. Goes out to the line to Costa. Costa, a shot, gets deflected. Hits the netting. And it's up and out of play, and a whistle will be called. Harney and Sullivan yet again. First line out there for the Raiders. Mason Sullivan gets deflected, and it's on goal again, and another save. So we see most of the fans on the Somerset Berkeley side, most of them are standing right now. But we anticipate the crowd will be much larger than this one again tonight. It's on a school night. It's a 5 p.m. game. So it is a little tough to get the crowd here. It's a big game nonetheless. There's one that Somerset Berkeley felt from the beginning that it would be an easy win. So we get an icing called on Somerset Berkeley. It'll go to the other end towards Mount Hope. They'll still be alive in the Prenda tournament somewhat. They'll play in the 3rd place game against the runner-up in that Durfee Diamond versus Apponequet matchup. That is if everything holds right now. That was Sullivan trying to get it. It's not there. It's his brother Mason Sullivan taking over. And takeaway is another chance. Shot gets blocked. Another try. Goes wide. Pass right in front, and it's another goal. Here come the Huskies. It's Lucas Savory again. He's got 2. The lead cut down to 5 with 6:34 to go in the 2nd period. You see Matt Costa just telling Madden Huck just not to worry about it. They still got the lead. Third line out there for the Raiders. This is Stafford walking in. Shoot, save, rebound. McKenna was there. Couldn't get on the puck. McKenna will send it towards goal. Hayden Carney in a battle. DeRocher trying to help out. DeRocher on the backhand. Goes to the forehand. DeRocher walking in. Will go to the line to Costa. Costa wristing it, looking for a tip. Here's Stafford. Stafford a shot. Good save by Carney. Double digits in saves with 10. DeRocher getting by 2, gets taken down. Nothing called. Here goes Savory the other way. McDermott over the line. McDermott wristing it behind the net. Savory trying to get it. It's not there. Here come the Raiders. 3-on-2 the other way. And here comes the shot, saved. Dangerous rebound there. DeRocher on that shot. Stafford walking in, backhanding it. Another save. Logan Rose walking forward, trying to get it to McKenna. McKenna a little bit of a battle. Sticks up high. No high sticks on any of the players. Logan Rose, tough collision. A battle of the 10s right there. Him and Riley Grant. Riley Grant, part of the few girls who are on this Huskies side. Riley Grant also one of the 3 captains for Mount Hope. Here comes Stafford again. Stafford cutting it by 1. Trying to get by again. Feeding it in front. Just missed the net. Was DeRocher looking for the hat trick. Stafford walking in. Shooting. Another save. Might have got the outside of the post. Rothwell. Good move by 1. Trying to get by Real. It's not there. A good hit on the side. Costa wristing it at the line. It got blocked down by Grotberg. Costa unable to hold it. Another chance the other way. Quinn Frawley. A good stop by Matt Costa. Gets the move by 1. Matt Costa wristing it. Rothwell. It's called back for an offside with 4:25 to go in the 2nd. Sometimes this late in the game we see a running clock. So 5-goal difference, so we're not going to see it yet. So we can see a lot of the former Raiders are here today. Dylan Messier, now the Northeast Generals product, is in the stands, as well as Nate Cadero, one of the graduates. And the Apponequet players are starting to head into the building for their game coming up right after the conclusion of this one. Here comes Marcos. Marcos cutting it back, a good cutback. Marcos tried to get to Mason Sullivan, it's not there. Marcos, a good step forward. Will backhand it to Davis Sullivan. Davis Sullivan trying to look for the tip in front, it's not there. Marcos leaving it for Pimentel. Pimentel walking around with Oliver Brown on him. Braden Pimentel takes a big collision by 2 Huskies. Marcos able to hold it in. Mason Sullivan, a shot, another save. Rothwell and Brown in the tie up there. Davis Sullivan able to get it. Sullivan wrapping it around, not there. Rothwell backhanding it. No goal, says the referee. That was very close from our angle. Sullivan to Marcos. Marcos at the line, wristing it. A glove save. That was Carney's 15th save. For a second, it looked like it was going to be Aiden Marcos' first career Raiders goal. He's waited a long time for it. And you got to think, with all the prep that he and the rest of the Raiders, especially on the defensive side, have been putting in the offseason, he's going to get a goal eventually. This is DeRocher and Harney on the face-off. Harney wins it. DeRocher stepping in to win it. DeRocher trying to leave it for Matt Costa. It's not there. This is Jackson Harney the other way, trying to feed it over the line to Ben Brown. Ben Brown got knocked down. Nate Mello the other way. He needs guys forward, but he wants to take it himself. Nate Mello wristing it high off the glass. Be held in this time by DeRocher. Costa's in the area. He'll get back to it. Has Nolan Botello to his right. He'll go to it this time after getting the move by one. Under 3 to go in the second. And here comes DeRocher again, looking for the hat trick. DeRocher only had 1 goal last season. He's got 2 tonight. Pass sent in front. Chris Real taking over. Jackson Harney the other way. Harney, Costa on him. Costa will just try to wrist it down. It's not there. Here's DeRocher to Nate Mello. Nate Mello walking in. Nate Mello on the left side. Gonna wrap it around, trying to feed it towards the front of the net. Not there. McKenna's in the area. He can't tap it in. Jackson Harney the other way goes down. Nothing called. Now we're getting the action that we were hoping to see in the first period. It's coming alive now. Here come the Raiders again. Mello on the right. Mello wristing it from a tight angle off the outside of the post. Groteberg. Costa at the line. Costa trying to wrist it towards goal. Open net. What a save. Caden Carney off Nate Mello. Jacob D'Almeida, blocked down by Liam DeRocher. DeRocher to Costa. Costa, burst of steam into the middle. Costa holding it, wristing it. Be wide of the net. Nobody there to follow it up. DeRocher does follow it up. DeRocher does a spin move, still in the tie-up with the puck with Groteberg. Davis Sullivan walking in on the left. Sullivan trying to feed it in front. That's not there. Matt Costa trying to get it from D'Almeida. It's going to go all the way down for an icing. Crazy action we've seen at both ends in the last few minutes. Caden Carney now with 16 saves on 23 shots. Madden Hook, 2 saves on 4 shots, but 5 saves for the Raiders altogether. As we get the student section talking with Coach Horter on the side. It's going to be the captains again taking the face-off, and still be Riley Grant and Davis Sullivan. Referee telling Pimentel to back up. Rothwell, good spin move. Rothwell backhanding it by one. Rothwell's shot. It was tipped by Pimentel. It didn't go through. Rothwell will get it on the left side. Rothwell in a tie-up with Savory. Rothwell gets it to Davis Sullivan, the captain. Davis Sullivan trying to feed it, and the net is off the line. And it looks like there's going to be a penalty against Somerset Berkeley. The Huskies will go back to the power play. Jack Rothwell, the junior, going to the box. He could definitely be one of the favorites for alternate captain, or even captain for next year. Because the only junior who's an alternate this year is Luke Garvin. Huskies win it. Ben Brown, Mason Sullivan now. Harney in the tie-up. Mason Sullivan will backhand it out of the zone. Chance for Davis Sullivan walking in. Sullivan wristing it. Good blocker save. The rebound can't find Pimentel. Going to go to the line. Botello shot saved. Rebound still loose in the area. Pimentel had to touch on it. It doesn't go through. Here go the Huskies the other way. End to end we go in round 1 of Prenda. Harney can't get by one. A slap shot goes wide. Be behind the net for Harney. Harney. You're taking over. Little miss hit there. Here comes Davis Sullivan. Breakaway chance. Cutting it. Sullivan missing it. Goes just wide. Here's Mason Sullivan. Walking around. 22 seconds to go. A shot goes wide again. Nolan Botello on the right. Botello wristing it towards goal off the post. And the follow-up for Mason Sullivan not there. Caden Carney didn't even see that till the last second. Trying to tip it in front. It's not there. Pimentel with 8 to go in the second. Botello can't hold it in. And the Raiders are going to run out of time. But they will go into the locker room with the 7-2 lead. Mount Hope will come into the third period with 54 seconds to go on their power play. 30 minutes down, 15 to go in round one of the Prenda playoffs. We will be back for the third period in just a minute. We are back for the start of the third period here at Driscoll Arena in Fall River, Massachusetts. It's round one of the Prenda tournament as Somerset Berkeley currently leads Mount Hope 7-2 with 15 minutes to go. Mount Hope will begin this third period on a power play with Rothwell still in the box. We're going to do a little interesting formation. It's Davis and Mason Sullivan out there, as well as Nate Mello and Matt Costa. Davis Sullivan trying to win the race to the puck. He gets taken down. A little blindside hit from Oliver Brown. Here come the Huskies the other way. Pass wasn't there. It's Nate Mello backhanding it out of the zone. Most of the students still here. Some of them have left. Comes a wrist shot, gets blocked. It's right in front. Mason Sullivan able to locate it, can't get it out. Davis Sullivan with the tap, a slap shot. Good save from Madden Huck. That's his third save of the night on 5 shots. And here's a breakaway chance. Davis Sullivan, shorthanded, roofing it. He scores! Davis Sullivan, shorthanded goal. The fourth 2-goal scorer for the Raiders. It's 8-2. It's a shorthanded goal. And that is their second shorthanded goal of the night. And they might be at it again. Davis Sullivan trying to feed Nate Mello. He wants a goal. He can't get it away. Nate Mello. Marcos at the line, wristing it, gets deflected, and it's in. We'll see who's going to get it. It looks like it's going to be Aiden Marcos' first career goal. If that stands, he's waited 2 years, 1 game for it, and he's finally got it. We're going to get other looks at it. But as it stands right now, it looks like it came off of a Mount Hope player and in. And that's going to run the score to 9-2. Just as the penalty to Rothwell expired. And there's a bit of a discussion going on right now. And some of the Raiders players are cheering. We've not seen the goal added yet to the scoreboard, so we're going to hang on to that for now. It's the Huskies winning the faceoff with 14 to go in the game. Riley Grant can't corral it. Nolan Botello around the net, had the 1 goal last year on the road against Bourne. Here's Botello by 1, going into the zone. Botello by 2, wristing it. It's going to go just wide. Nearly popped out in front. Botello trying to hold it at the line. It's not there. DeRocher, good keeping. It's not going to work in the end, though. Here's real. Stafford on him. Botello wristing it down. It's going to be tipped, no icing. It's Grotberg, DeRocher on him. McKenna feeding it behind. Stafford with it now. Botello wanted it. Stafford leaving it short, and potential break for the Huskies wasn't there. Puck missed McKenna. Marcos wants to step in. He's going to backhand it. An easy kick save for Kearney. Passed out wide. Matt Costa, the alternate captain. Send it behind. Mason Sullivan on the right. Trying to get it to Stafford. A little too far of a pass. Good takeover there by DeRocher. Loon, mishit right in front. Huck tapped it away. He'll get credit with the save, but another dangerous chance in front. And here come the Huskies again. A shot, saved by Huck. And it bounced into the net. Ben Brown. And it's the third goal of the night for the Huskies. The Huskies goal coming at 2:46 into the third. Here's Davis Sullivan on the right side. Sullivan going in, puts it off the glass. And hit the netting. Be a whistle, stay in the zone. And right now the scoreboard still says 8-3. The shot from Marcos at the line definitely went in, but it's going to be a ruling of whether or not it went in. It's Nolan Botello trying to look for a tip in front for Braden Pimentel. It wasn't there. And here come the Huskies the other way. Good takedown from Pimentel. Nothing called. Rothwell took a stumble. Another 3-on-2 chance potentially. This is Harney. And Marcos will regather. Botello. Rothwell trying to tip it to Davis Sullivan. Springing to the puck. Davis Sullivan in alone. Good save. Follow-up from Rothwell is not there. It's 20 saves now for Caden Carney, the Huskies goaltender. Marcos on the left side, wristing it, will go wide. Pimentel, Botello, one-timer. Got tipped by Rothwell, never got all the way through. Pimentel behind, giving it. Marcos at the line, slap shot. There's a goal. That one's going to count for Aiden Marcos. If that goal at first didn't count, that one will. He's officially got his first Somerset Berkeley career goal tonight. And Nate Mello, the Raiders looking for more. It's another blocker save. Logan Rose, DeRocher, good step up. DeRocher wants another one. High off the glass, Mello backhanding it. Not there. DeRocher following up again. He can't get it towards the net. Mount Hope, 3-on-2 the other way if they hurry. Good pressure there from DeRocher. Nothing called. It looked like it could have been a cross check. Now here comes Stafford on the right side the other way. Stafford in alone, leaving it. Mello couldn't tap it in. Mello will have it behind the net. Be taken over. Mason Sullivan, slap shot, goes wide. Stafford will get to it first. Stafford walking in, will go around behind the net, trying to wrap it around, not there. Mason Sullivan can't hold it in, but it's going to be an icing against Mount Hope. Now the clock is running now. Again, the scoreboard reads 9-3. We're going to get a couple talks to see if that first Marcos goal will count. Again, it looked to be tipped in by a Husky player. Botello at the line, a shot goes high off the glass. That was a missile from the line. Matt Costa can't find Davis Sullivan. He's able to spin away and get the puck. Rothwell, a shot, another goal. Jack Rothwell, it's his night. He's got a hat trick. And the Raiders now officially at least in double digits in goals. And you talk about, for Snyder, Silva, whoever you want to credit for the win tonight, you talk about making a statement in your first game. And Snyder said in his interview that the boys were hungry to get great results this year. Tonight's result definitely showed they're ready. Penalty coming on Mount Hope. The Raiders will go to the power play. Looked to be a cross check from behind. It's going to be Keegan Grant going to the box, one of the five freshmen on the Mount Hope side. Again, Mount Hope also in a co-op, along with Durfee Diamond. So you've got two teams who are technically four schools who are in co-op. They're all playing tonight. Machado to Botello at the line. Botello creeping in, wristing it. Trying to look across for Sylvia, wasn't there. Machado behind the net. Didn't work out, didn't come in front. It's gonna go all the way down. Puck leaves it for Costa. Costa Machado hits Costa's skate. It's not there. It'll be sent down. Won't be all the way though. So Nolan Botello will clear it just short of the face-off dot. Matt Costa behind, under 9 to go in the game. Good move to get by Harney. Sylvia, Preston, Machado, Preston walking in, a shot. Looks to be, still waiting for a signal, it's a save. That's what I thought it was. It wasn't any reaction. But that also would have been Aaron Preston's first career goal if that one went in. Drosha wins it. Stafford has Marcos. Stafford wants it himself, a shot. A good save, puck still loose. And the whistle is blown, the puck went in. But the whistle clearly went before the puck went in. That one will not count on the score sheet. Play till the buzzer, that's what they tell you. Keep throwing shots on net. It's 23 saves now for Caden Carney, who's really done the best he can tonight. He's had a pretty good night. No bad goals he's allowed, but it's just been a struggle really on that defensive side. But that's something for Mount Hope that you can look to build upon as the season goes on. Stafford behind the net, goes back to him. Stafford walking in, sending it in front, trying to get it back, it's not there. And a good collision on the side. Go all the way back down, Marcos will take over. Marcos, Mason Sullivan, Liam DeRocher. DeRocher tried to get to Stafford. Mason Sullivan takes over. Mason Sullivan ripping at the line, goes wide to the right. McKenna tried to get to DeRocher. McKenna walking in, leaves it for DeRocher, will go to the net. Carney will cover it for another face-off. The penalty expires on the Mount Hope side. Again, stuff to look forward to. Again, if everything holds right now, looks to be that it will. Somerset Berkeley, this would be their 7th consecutive Prenda Cup final appearance. They're 4-2 in the last 6. They've won the last 2 in the 2019-20 season and in the 2021-22 season. The 2020-21 edition was not held due to the COVID pandemic. The MVP of that Prenda tournament was Brandon Silva. It'd be interesting to see who's going to get it this time. Costa at the line, wristing it. That's another save by Caden Carney. Costa had 3 goals last year. One came against Bourne, the other one on a power play against Dartmouth, and the other one, the empty net to seal the deal against Mansfield in that amazing home win on Valentine's Day. Another shot, it's another save. That was Nate Mello on the shot. He had his hand on his helmet in disbelief. Couldn't believe he couldn't tap that one in. Nate Mello led all the freshmen in goals last year with 8. Nate Mello was part of that first line last year. And here's another chance. Rothwell trying to get in there. Here come the Huskies the other way. It could be 2-on-2. Instead, it's just going to be sent in off the outside of the net. Costa tried to find Rose. It's not there. Grotberg walking by Harney. Saved by Madden Huck. The rebound went across the crease. It's a 6th save of the game for Madden Huck. Logan Rose, a good collision on the side against Ryan Trevesos. Levels him down. Good hit for Logan Rose. Costa sending in deep. He's going to pop right in front. Pimentel trying to get on the puck. And he couldn't tap it in. It's going to go all the way back in the Somerset Berkeley zone. Costa tried to get Rothwell. It's not there. The captain Grant trying to step forward. Delayed offside. Arm goes down. Nolan Botello, 6:11 to go in the game. Botello moving to the right. Mello couldn't hold it. A slap shot gets blocked. Hits the netting and out of play. It's good to see, really, the fill-in coach, Manny Silva, going to a little bit of alternating lines, just so that everybody can get some playing time, know what it gets to play in that Prenda Cup. This is Machado on the right. He took a big hit from Owen McDermott. This is Oliver Brown on the side, being challenged by Preston. It's the fourth line out there for the Raiders. Again, all of these lines will be changed, we assume, as 3 of the star players are not playing tonight. Colin Lord, the new addition, is out, as well as Luke Garvin due to illness. Noah Taylor will be back on December 31st against Mansfield due to a suspension. 5.5 to go in round 1 of Prenda. Somerset Berkeley leading Mount Hope here at Driscoll Arena. Botello sends a Husky to the ice, nothing called. A little extra shove on Oliver Brown, and he's going to get the puck. Oliver Brown backhanding it, trying to look for Savory for the hat trick. Marcos, a pass a little too far. Nobody touched it. We'll go down for an icing. Again, we talked about a little bit about the Prenda Cup MVP. The winner of the last tournament was goaltender Brandon Silva. He made 3 saves tonight, only played the first period. The winner before that for Somerset Berkeley was Johnny Pacheco, a great player for many years on the Raiders side. His brother Josh graduated from the program last year after a 10-goal season. And a little stumble there. McKenna trying to get on the puck. He wants to get his first goal. Kean Stafford walking in, lost it. McKenna to tie up DeRocher, gets it back. We'll go to Mason Sullivan at the line. Somebody lost some woodwork. Puck goes right in front. Stafford trying to get it. Stafford turns, can't get a shot off. Stafford behind the net, trying to look for something in front. Mason Sullivan wristing it towards the net. Pops up in the air. Kean Stafford on the left side, trying to look for somebody. DeRocher's in the area. Logan Rose going to send it behind. No Raider there. Rose, good keeping by the hand, but they're going to call it a hand pass. Again, if you're watching on our Blue Raider studios, we do thank you. Keegan Hambla alongside Jeff Lapriori on camera under the production and direction of Tara Peckham. We also had JJ Sylvia, who was on the mic for the first period. He'll be joining us on Saturday, as him and I will both be splitting the broadcasting duties for the championship game. Stafford, a good move by one. Stafford wants to take it himself. Stafford in alone, a good move. And it's in. Stafford gets it to go. And now you got 2 Raiders with the hat trick. Again, the scoreboard's still not updated, but based on our score sheet, it's 12-3 now. And that goal comes at the 10:46 mark of the third. We get a whistle called. Looks like it's an offside. But you talk about players showing up for the Raiders tonight, especially Stafford. Guy's coming in from Texas. He's brand new to this program. He's had maybe a few months to get to know people on this team. He's got a hat trick. Jack Rothwell, after really struggling for most of the season last year, he's got a hat trick. Aiden Marcos, who hadn't scored in 2 years, has got 2 goals. Davis Sullivan, we know what he can do. He had 15. He led the team last year. So that puck apparently doesn't hit the netting. It stays in. And also, Liam DeRocher only had 1 goal last year, and he's got 2 tonight. And what's really been a full-out effort by the Somerset Berkeley side. Ben Brown on the puck. A good hit on the side. Even though the Raider player took most of that. And we got a penalty coming. Little extra shoving after that. And it's going to be against Somerset Berkeley. We'll see who goes to the box. And it's going to be Braden Pimentel. Pimentel, the junior forward. Currently on that first line right now, along with Sullivan and Rothwell. It's 7 goals to his tally last year. He also had 1 in the Prenda Cup game against Diamond to open the season last year. It's just a beautiful shot. It was a good turnaround. The puck came loose right in front, and he was able to put it in. Nate Mello pressuring the goaltender. Oliver Brown, the senior, will take over. Mello still putting in the pressure. Chris Reel Going into the middle is the captain. And Nate Mello is going to win the race to the puck. He's going to slow it down as the Raiders were in a line change. And Real was about to make a big hit on Mello. Mello just decided to leave it. We have under 3 minutes to go. Somerset Berkeley up by 9. Botello cutting it off. Can't get it out of the zone. Real. Botello trying to loop it forward. Real the captain. Botello with a nudge. It's not hard enough. Mello trying to get it up the side. Also not there. Oliver Brown walking in. Oliver Brown to his right. And it's another goal for the Huskies. It's Jackson Harney, the senior captain. And they've got 4 on the night. And that's going to be a power play goal. And you really have to give Mount Hope the credit tonight. You knew coming in they were going to struggle against Somerset Berkeley. Somerset Berkeley, though, they are shorthanded on defense. But they've put up 4 goals tonight on what's really a result that they can say they can feel somewhat good about. They won't be playing for the title, but to get 4 goals on really what you can consider a top 2 team in the SEC is big. It's another save there. There's a couple pats on the helmet. It's now 28 saves for Caden Carney, on who's faced 40 shots tonight. It's really been an offensive explosion from Somerset Berkeley in this matchup. We'll see if it continues Saturday night here at Driscoll, 7 p.m. puck drop. Matt Costa, good stick work. He gets tripped up. Nothing called in a tie-up with Owen McDermott. Comes another chance for the Huskies. Puck will leave it for Logan Rose. 2 minutes to go. Rose, a little miscommunicated pass. Sylvia will walk up the middle. Sylvia got a good burst of steam, entering the zone, and they're going to call it offside. Very close. Machado was in that offside position as some of the fans are starting to head out to get ready for the next game. Raiders win it. Logan Rose leaves it though. He's sent around behind by Ryan Trevesos. Ben Brown. Preston taking over. Preston by 2. Preston in on the right side. A good collision by Ben Brown. Ben Brown almost got taken down by Lucas Machado. Ryan Trevesos on the puck. Trevesos looping it forward. No icing. Costa. Good move to get by Harney. Costa not able to get by the second guy though. There's Ben Brown. Liam DeRocher with a minute to go. He gets tripped up. Nothing was called on that. Good move by 2 guys. It was Liam DeRocher. Leaving it, trying to get it to Kean Stafford. Bounced over his stick. Stafford behind the net. Nobody to go to yet. Stafford still wrapping around. Stafford keeps it in. And here's a chance for the Huskies the other way. But Marcos able to get it clear. Keegan Grant with Stafford on him. Stafford taking over, trying to backhand it, leaves it for DeRocher, and it's another save with 31.5 to go in the game. Raiders win the face-off again. Stafford, a good move. Stafford trying to look for a deflection in front. DeRocher on it. Couldn't get it to the net. DeRocher has McKenna open. He'll gather the puck. McKenna wristing it towards goal. It's not there. Mason Sullivan, a shot at the line. Can't get on net. 12 seconds to go. Stafford backhanding it. DeRocher in the area. Time is going to run out though. 5 seconds to go. Marcos holds it in. It was a great night for the Raiders. There's a late trip there. Nothing's going to be called. Somerset Berkeley getting the win. They allowed 4 goals, but they earned the win tonight. They will play in the championship game. Will it be the co-op between Durfee and Diamond, or will it be a Pontiac again? We'll find out tonight. But that is it for us on Blue Raider Studios. For Tara Peckham, our director and producer, Jeff LaPriori on camera, I'm Keegan Hamblett saying so long from Driscoll Arena.